welcome to a sunny day in India in the Indian Grand Prix for 2012. And today we're going to be showing you a bit of an interesting gameplay on F1 2012 Online. It's a bit of a crazy race where I start in 7th position in the Marussia, and one of the most craziest races I've seen on this game, for me at least so far. Getting into a lot of crashes when people really couldn't learn how to drive. They just dived out the inside when they thought it was right, and a few mistakes from me as well, but mostly these crashes were down to some of the other people in this lobby, and it probably is the worst lobby I've ever been in. I mean, I've got like 2 or 3 subscribers in here I think, and they drove cleanly and they kept out the wall, and you know, they had clean races, but most of the people in this lobby were absolutely crazy. They were just flying everywhere they could. You see, I'm trying to stick to the racing line, and so I was going to turn in here. No, I turned back out the corner because there's people diving it down the inside. There's just guys spinning me around in the gravel. Guys like this need to get penalties, serious penalties, and you know, something like that ruins a complete race for somebody, and very, very annoying for people like me who try and take this a bit more seriously and try and keep out of trouble and actually have a clean race. And it's really annoying when somebody just spins you around because they think it's funny or they just think it's cool, because it really ruins a lot of people's races. Because you can see here, there's a guy just hitting into the side of me. He had absolutely no right to do that whatsoever. He was so far back. You saw the white lines, they only came across at the last second. And you can see here the Williams trying a bit of a crazy move around the outside, forcing me onto the grass on this corner. And once again getting hit off by a McLaren. Then here, cars going invisible. And then I'm just trying to keep it on the track, but there's cars flying everywhere on the track. There's the McLaren just flying off at the side of the track, then there's a Williams spinning on the inside, and then I think we've got a Toro Rosso right in front of us here. I'm going to try and get that in the next couple of corners, or maybe it's HRT, I can't really see at this exact time, but I think this guy comes back to haunt us later on in the race, and we try and get this right. See, he spins it, we don't make contact whatsoever, and guess what, Codemasters, you give me a penalty for it. I admit there was a bit of a corner cut from me. I probably should have got a penalty for that, but not for anything with the HRT. I got sideways trying to avoid him, and he spun completely by himself. And then there's another HRT flying in the middle of the track. We've got a McLaren, I think the McLaren that took me out earlier on in the like 3rd corner is now back to haunt me, and he's on the charge. I try to go for a move down the inside, leaving space to him on the inside, but in the end he gets the position back. So what I'm going to try and do is get him down the inside going into this corner, or if not, he blocks it off, trying to take a bit of a wide line to get a better exit in this corner. He runs a bit wide, getting nearly into the gravel. I'm going to use a lot of curves to try and keep on the back of him, but he has got a better setup for the straight line than me. I normally go for a bit more downforce to get my speed down the sort of faster bits. Fast corners is what I like to go through faster, and down the straights I just try and keep in the slipstream. Here, I think we're about side by side going into this corner, and you know, I tried to leave space, and I admit I probably did run a bit too wide on the exit, but the car just didn't turn in. Got another penalty for that, which was a bit annoying, but I suppose that was partly my fault. I mean, but he maybe should have left a bit more space, and he should have realised he did something like that a bit earlier on in the race and wiped me out. I really didn't do much to him compared to what he did to me, so you know, people need to watch out for what they're doing. I mean, I know it was a bit of a crazy move from me, but I just wish people could maybe leave a bit more room, maybe give each other a little bit more respect in these races, because it's really annoying when you just get rammed off left, right and centre for stuff which is just stupid, and maybe Codemasters need to do something about that. I mean, I really like this game. I think it's the best game in the series so far, but there are still problems with the game which I wish they maybe try to look into, and there's hopefully a patch out already. I mean, time of recording this there hasn't been a patch, but time is up, hopefully there is one. And now we're getting a better run out of this corner than HRT. HRT just decides to ram into the side of me, because apparently that's the good thing to do when you're going side by side with someone in a Formula 1 car, is to ram into the side of them. Now going into this first turn I had the racing line, but he still had the inside, so that was more of a racing incident, I agree. Now he swipes across here. I was thinking about going for a move down the inside here, and I just kept it in tight whilst he ran into the gravel, and I think I was in the DRS zone personally. I think the DRS zone was before the corner, and I think I personally should have got it, but who knows, the game's a bit messed up sometimes and I didn't get the DRS. But he's still right behind us, and he's still on a charge, and he was actually quite a fast sort of driver, but it's just a shame that he had such a crazy moves. And you can see here, rams into the side of me once again, and that ruins me for another couple of corners. And actually I think, yeah, you can see he spun out, and that was really, really annoying, because that lost me the position to this guy right in front of me, and that meant to the end of the race I couldn't catch him because I wasn't really fast through this last sector, and getting it a bit wrong going onto the grass there, but trying to not to cut it and get a warning and another penalty. And you know, coming into this last couple of corners on the track, I really enjoy driving India on the game, and it's a bit of a shame that the races in real life aren't as interesting. But yeah, after this race I decided to get off the game because otherwise I didn't want to sort of get myself in sort of a rage mode, because this game does sort of get a bit annoying when you play it for a long amount of time, getting rammed off left, right and centre as I said, but coming around the last couple of corners and getting a 4th position in the end after other people behind me got loads of penalties as well. And I did try and stay out of trouble. I did get into some little mishaps and mayhem even, and you know, got a 4th position in the end, which wasn't too bad. And you know, interesting race, maybe not the best for me, but an interesting one. But guys, hope you have a wonderful day. It's been Alex, and I'm out of here.